learner, welcome in our science class for 5th standard. Learner, you know that our body is the most amazing machine in the world. And how do we know that? What is happening around us? We have 5 ways to know about a thing. And these are called the senses. There are 5 senses: sight, hearing, smell, touch and taste. And 5 parts of our body that help us to sense are eyes, ear, nose, skin and tongue. These are the organs that help us to sense or judge the various things that are present around us. So these are called the sense organ. So today we will learn about the sense organ. First we start with our nose. Our nose has a specialized cell that are enable us to smell the different things, and this is the external structure of the nose. The upper part of the nose is called the bridge, and this is the tip of the nose. Below the tip there are the 2 holes are present which are called the nostrils, and these nostrils are separated by the muscular band that is called the columella, and the upper part of the nostril are known as the ala of the nose. And now we will discuss the internal structure of the nose. Here the nostril from where the air enters inside our nose, and this is the olfactory area, and this area of the nose that recognize the smell. And here is the olfactory bulb. It carries the signal from the smell receptor cells to the brain. And the inner lining of the nose is lined by the nasal hair, and these nasal hair block the dust or any other foreign particles from entering our body. And then the nerve ending on the nasal membrane help us to smell when there is something in front of our nose that has some kind of smell. And nerve ending send the message to the brain, and brain tells what kind of smell is. And when we suffer from the cold, we are not able to smell. This is because nerve ending blocked. Now we will discuss about our next sense organ, that is the eye. Basically human eye is spherical in shape, and it is 2.5 centimeter in diameter. And the whitish part of our eyes, that is called the cornea, and it acts as a protective layer. The inner to the cornea, this space is filled by the liquid that is called the aqueous humor, and behind the cornea there is the dark color muscular diaphragm called the iris. The iris is responsible for the characteristic color of the eyes of a person. Like some person have the grayish eyes, and some have the black, or some have the brown eyes. That is due to this pigmented structure that is the iris. A small opening is present in the center of the iris that is called the pupil, and this opening is known as the pupil, and pupil appears the black in color. Iris regulate the amount of light entering the eye by adjusting the size of pupil. In the dim light, pupil get enlarged, thus lets more light enter the eyes. In the bright light, pupil contract and less light enter in the eyes. And when the light enter through the pupil in the eyes, it is focused by the eye lens. The eye lens is harder in the middle and softer on the edges. The eye lens then is held in this position by the ciliary muscles. And the screen of the eyes is called the retina, where the image is formed. This retina is light sensitive screen. When the light enter to the pupil and it is focused by the lens, then the image is formed on this part, that is called the retina, and this retina is made up of two cells, rod cells and cone cells. Rod cells are enable us to see in the dim light, whereas the cone cells are responsible for the color vision. We can identify the different color through these cone cells. And this is a light sensitive screen. When the light falls on the cone cells, they become sensitive, and when the light they generate the electric signal and send this signal to the brain through this optic nerve. This optic nerve connects the eye with the brain. So we can easily identify the things that are present in front of us. Now we will discuss about our next sense organ, that is the tongue. Our tongue is a muscular structure that is attached to the buccal cavity. It is very busy organ and it moves the food in the mouth and help in the mastication of the food. Its upper surface is covered with the taste bud, and that enable us to taste the different things and give us various taste like the sweet, salty, sour and bitter. There are approximately 2000 to 10,000 taste buds present on our tongue, and it always remain moist due to the presence of saliva in our mouth, and it acts as a natural teeth cleaner. Our tongue is richly supplied with these nerves and blood vessels, and nerves carry the message from taste buds to the brain and tell us about the taste. Now we will discuss about our next sense organ, that is the skin. Skin is the almost largest part of our body, and it covers all the body parts, or it acts as a protective layer. It almost covers the 20 square feet area of our body, and it is the sense organ that make us feel hot, cold, rough or smooth surfaces. Our skin has the three layers: epidermis, dermis and subcutaneous. The epidermis is responsible for the skin tone, that is some people have the fair complexion or some have the black, that is due to this epidermis. And next, dermis layer have the sense or sweat glands and skin hair. And then last layer, that is the subcutaneous layer, or it is also known as the hypodermis. It is the fat made up of fatty tissue, and our skin has nerve cell all over it, because of which we experience different sensation like the hot, cold, pain, etc. This sensation passes to the brain through the nerve cell, and our skin acts as a organ of the protection, and it acts as a waterproof cover of the body, or it also regulates the body temperature. Now we will discuss about our next or last sense organ of the body, that is the ear. Ear are the organs of the hearing, and it has mainly the three parts: outer ear, middle ear and inner ear. And from this picture you can easily identify the different parts of the ear. This part of the ear is the outer ear, and this one is the auditory canal, and here this red color part is the ear drum, and this eardrum and three bones form the middle ear, and this blue part is the middle ear, and this blue part is the inner ear. Now the outer ear or the outer part of the ear called the pinna, it catches and sends the sound to the middle ear through this auditory canal. This sound is strike to the eardrum, and it's received by the middle ear. Middle ear have the bony structure. It has the three bones. These three bones increase the sound and passes these vibration to the inner ear. Inner ear contains the sensory cells which receive the vibration from the middle ear and send it to the brains through the nerves. So that's about all our sense organ.